What's up, what's up, what's up? How y'all doing? Happy Friday. Happy Faith Fridays. I pray that you guys had an amazing week. My week. To God be the glory, right? It has been a week, but this week I was extremely happy to see Friday. I'm excited to see every day, but just knowing that Friday means that I get a breather. I don't have to be at work the next day, because some days, some weeks are tough. Some days are hard. But honestly, wasn't even going to make the Faith Fridays video this week. I was going on pause for a minute, but I popping in. I am still about to take a little break from the videos with Faith Fridays, but tonight I was reminded, I went to a painting event, right? And we had this canvas. The artist, already outlined it and drew what we were ideally supposed to be painting. And while we were there, just talking and we're looking at each other's artwork, and like, mine don't look like that. Mine different, right? It's a little different, my tree don't look the same. But it's a constant reminder that at the end, when we finished, our artwork was perfect, right? It was a masterpiece. It was our masterpiece. And even though the artist was drawing and we were supposed to be mimicking him, it's okay if it doesn't look exactly like that. It's okay if your journey is a little different. It's okay if your painting don't turn out right. But listen, so look, I'm gonna brag about this a little bit for a second, but when it all comes together, even when I was painting, I was like, that don't look like no tree, that don't look like a cloud. But when it comes together, it's like, it's a masterpiece. And that's just kind of how I was thinking about my life. And I'm just like, each piece comes together and is forming a masterpiece. Even the pieces that I don't see as being a good piece, or meaning a piece that's, it's not always a good feeling or a comfortable piece, but when it connects, it has a purpose, right? When it connects to my artwork, it serves its purpose. I want you to be reminded that, don't get to a place where you feel that you have to compare your journey to somebody else's, right? Don't compare your artwork to your neighbor's, because I'm sitting here looking at hers and we're looking at mine, we looking at everybody's looking at each other's, and we're just like, oh, that looks good, And then we had to step back and look at the beauty within ourselves. Sometimes you're too close to the mirror to see what you need to see, right? Sometimes you just got to step back and be like, man, I thank God for this. I thank God for who I am. I thank God I don't look and act like you. I thank God for my uniqueness, because guess what? I am created in God's image. So that means I am uniquely created, purpose, for what I need to do, for what I need to do, not what somebody else needs to do. So look at yourself, y'all. Take a look in the mirror. MJ said, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm starting with the woman in the mirror, and I'm just like, I gotta change myself. Like, I gotta change things about what my perspective, right? My perspective needs to change before I can do anything else, because we have to have our perspective aligning with what God is aligning us to, right? So just go out there, make sure you're checking your perspective, make sure you're looking at yourself, dig deeper, think about, hey, am I looking at this glass half full or half empty? Or am I looking at this glass full in general? A lady that she was trying to celebrate her 75th birthday, and she was just like, I get to the point in life where I always look at the glass full, because that means there's opportunity. When you think about a full glass, that's potential, and you have potential within yourself. So always look at your glass as being full, because even on your rough days, even on your bad days, you're a child of God. And guess what? He loves you just how you are. He loves you for who you are. But listen, because he loves you for who you are, right? And God wants you to be the best version of yourself. God wants you to live a life full of abundance. God wants to do, and he can do exceedingly abundantly all that you ever hope or imagine. But you got to trust him. You got to trust and put your faith in him. You got to step out there, change your perspective, and know that, hey, you are a masterpiece. Your artwork, I'm going to show this one more time. You see my artwork? It didn't look like it was going to be beautiful at the end, at the beginning, but at the end, it all came together. And I'm like, ha ha! When I step back and look at it, I'm like, I see what you did there. I see what you did. But give yourself some grace. As always, believe in yourself. Overcome any obstacles you're facing. Watch your dreams manifest before your eyes, and you, all y'all, yeah. Y'all go out there and be who God has called you to be. And also, I just want to remind you that make sure you take time for yourself, even if that means disconnecting, even if that means saying no. Whatever it looks like, take some time out for yourself. So I'm gonna catch y'all in a few weeks. I'll be back with Faith Fridays. But until then, I love y'all. Peace out.